Hello everyone, welcome back to the Garden Profiler. I wanted to give you a quick update on my seeding shelving which we built in the last video. The shelf has been worth every penny. Very happy we completed that project. Here you can see we're using food takeout containers to start the seed, containers of all kinds. Because seeds don't need light to germinate, I can stack them one on top of the other. And those that have already germinated, I put them at the top so they would be closer to the light. Stacking them allows me to fit many containers onto one shelf. I think the germination is very good. But to help with the germination, I have this portable space heater giving a low heat. The heat generated from the space heater it generates up to the top shelf, so I could have seeds germinating right to the top. The space heater can quickly dry out the seedling containers, so it's important that I check every day to make sure that moisture is kept in the containers and it doesn't dry out. There I have my cosmos, and at the top you could clearly see where I've stacked them. These are the impatiens, doing very nicely, and these impatiens are seeds I collected from last year's plants. This is Bleeding Heart. Oh, sorry, this is Love Lies Bleeding. So on the very top shelves right here are some clippings I took from the garden. I have some in soil and some in water. I would like to propagate those plants so I could get more of them. These already I transplanted into separate containers, and I needed more specific light on them, more concentrated light on them actually. So I put them over on that shelf where they could grow taller. So the seeds are doing pretty good. So now we have to focus our attention on the garden to start, because the snow is melted, we could start our spring cleanup. So here we have some snow damage. Cleaning not only involves clipping up the trees, but it also involves sweeping the lawn. So having raised the canopy, it also made the garden bed a lot bigger. So now we're in the vegetable garden doing some cleaning. Every time you start a season, there's always some cleanup to do. Especially when you were lazy the year before and you just left everything. Take out the leaves, but now I want to try something new and use those leaves as mulch. Before I would put them in my compost bin, but now I want to put them in strategic areas and see if I could use them as mulch. So we're just going to take a few seconds here to just tidy up a bit. This is my compost bed on that side. So I'm using the weed whacker actually to weed my bed. Areas where the plant hasn't showed its head yet. Now I'm cleaning the raised bed. As best as I could. And all these still there to be done and over here. But right now I'm just going to assess what I have done so far. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. You do a few items and you stop and look and see what you have done. Assess. Gives you a little bit of encouragement to continue. Still a lot more to go. Let's continue. This is the blackberry bush. I'm just trimming it back. I could never remember whether it grows on fresh shoots, whether I should take it down to the ground or just trim it, but I'll keep an eye on it. Just going to trim it back out of the way. I like it to loop over the cattle fencing. And this here is, I have hops running on this fence and I didn't clean it out last year, so when the snow piled up on it, it became too heavy and it bent the cattle panel. So now I'm just going to take it all down. So here the leaves, I'm just piling them around the beds to act as a mulch. I do not want to, I want to try something this year instead of getting rid of it. So I'm just going to pile it around plants and around the beds in the pathways. Once again, I'm using the weed whacker to clean out all the debris from last year. I'm just trying to this is what it looks like so far. Got a good bit done. This is the garlic coming up from last year. There's asparagus in this bed, but it hasn't showed its head yet. Here's Jazzy doing an assessment of my work as well. And let's go look at the tulips. They're starting to pop up the heads too. Always a good sign. Here we are. This is a tulip bed. This is the tulips popping up the head. I always like having frogs around the garden to help with our pests. So we put this pond in especially for them. This is work still yet to be done. Still have to come. This is a flower garden. Still have to come and tidy up in here. But Rome wasn't built in a day. This is mother's wort. It's good for a lot of female problems. So now that we raised the canopy, it made the bed even larger. So I need to put even more seeds out. Swept the lawn. This is what it looks like. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you. Bye.